Three times family, Hotep Boo, Duality to the Ooh. Um, this video right now is a special one because I'm pretty much damn, and I feel bad because I forgot homie name, man. But I'm gonna give you a shout out in my next video, man. But one of the brothers in the comment section asked me how I get the handle King Shu. Well, it's not a handle, it's my name. Um, and actually, I didn't choose the name. The name actually chose me. Um, So before I begin, I just want to give a little backstory on me, who I am, and how did this name attract me. Well, basically, I don't even know where to start. It's a long story, man, when I'm dealing with this because I take this very serious. Being an African in America, um, I pretty much, I study heavy, man, and I take pride in my culture as an African man. I take pride in my heritage. Being an African born in America, I'm kind of at a disadvantage because I didn't have and due to history, we're not gonna get into all that. I didn't have the opportunity to connect to my heritage, so I had to take it upon myself, just like many others like me had to take it upon ourselves, to kind of dive into the information and figure out who we are, where we come from, and who we were before slavery. Well, and but before I gain knowledge of self, meaning before I became on this, came into this information. I was in these streets just like everybody else. I had my pros and my cons, my flaws, and I used to go by the handle, and I'm gonna call this a handle. And they, people still call me this to this day in Baltimore, man. They call me Hustle Man. They call me Hus for short. And you could use your imagination. And I used to take pride in that, but now, as I became a man, I do as a man does, and I had to change my way of thinking, my way of life, because it's not, uh, it doesn't behoove me or my people to live in a destructive way. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to be part of the solution. And as you know, I'm always pumping this hood thing. We heroes overcome oppression daily. And when you think about the hood, you think about the ghetto, you think about thugs, you think about this, that, and the third, everything negative. So basically, I'm gonna alchemize this thing and turn the negative into a positive. So my name was Hus, Hus. So basically, I held on to those three letters and changed them around, which is Shu, which is strength, honesty, and unity. Um, and that's what I try to give. But on a more deeper level, how the name actually chose me, I'm a Gemini. Being a Gemini, it's a Gemini is an air sign, and I study all African culture, north, south, east, and west. And what I noticed that many of the great African cultures always say that they come from the Nile Valley. Um, Being that I studied the Nile Valley, they talking about what we call the ancient Egyptians. Um, and this is who we were in antiquity. Not all of us, but this is one of our when we was at our apex, when we was doing great things. And we have many other empires. The Songhai Empire, the 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 Ghanaian Empire from Ghana. Um, we had many empires when we was in Mali. The wealthiest man to ever live, who net worth was 400 million, was from Mali. Mansa Musa. I don't know if many of you heard of him, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, um, so I study ancient Egyptian culture, and I try to study the language. That's where you hear me when I say Hotep, which means supreme peace. When you hear me say Dua Ra, that means adoration to Ra, the sun. Um, and let me just go into this a little bit. When you hear people talking about ancient Egypt, no, people did not worship animals. People with animal heads. People did not worship the sun. There's more of a science to it. Now, for example, like I told you, Shu also means he who rises up. So, me taking on the name, I want to personify the name that I take on. When you are born with a name is not just a label. A name is who you are supposed to strive to be. That's why in certain cultures, um, people don't name their children until after a certain amount of months. You understand what I'm saying? Till they gain a little personality, and they give them a name that that's attributed to their personality or what have you. But you're supposed to personify your name. So with my name Shu, he who rises up, I want to do that. And to be perfectly honest, if you friends with me on Instagram, um, my whole name is Minma'at Ra Meri Shu Mintu Hotep, which means I'm the eternal justice of Ra, who is beloved by Shu, and he who comes in war and peace. Now, like I told you, I'm a Gemini, so there's a duality. Being a Gemini, it's a twin. So I don't come with peaceful talking all the time because that's not balance. That's not my art. My art is truth, balance, justice, reciprocity, and things of that nature. Um, so with these names, that whole name that I gave you, man, I try to embody all these things. So when we talking about to get back what I was saying, no, we don't worship the sun, even though, well, let me correct that. We actually do worship the sun. We worship Netta, which is nature. So when I say dua and turtle, I'm talking about nature. And why shouldn't you worship nature? Your life force. I worship nature. I worship my mother. I worship my father. This is my source of life. This is what nourishes me. This is what sustains my life. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, you know, but to each his own. Whatever you subscribe to. But when I say I worship the sun, or I worship Ra, when I say Dua Ra, um, when I say Dua Shu, when I say Dua Tefnut, Dua Geb, um, Geb is the earth, Tefnut is moisture, Shu is the air, Ra is fire, right? So these are the elements of life. You understand what I'm saying? Without these elements of life, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be alive. And it goes a little bit deeper than that. But I'm not here to do a history lesson. I'm just here to show how I came up with the name King Shu. So like I said, I'm beloved by Shu, man. I'm an air sign. You know what I'm saying? I take to the air. The air is gentle enough, to give you a cool breeze, but it's also powerful enough to knock down a building, right? So, same thing with water. Water is gentle enough to take the form of a cup. It quenches your thirst, but it's also powerful enough to engulf a whole village. Um, you know, and I send my love to everybody in Louisiana right now. That's a perfect example. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody out there is safe. And this is what happens when you don't quote unquote worship nature. And when I say worship, man, you give it your attention, you nurture it, you do what you can to preserve it. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, we doing something out of whack that's causing the elements to pretty much do things that's not conducive to life. Um, Also, like I said, I study a lot, man. I got a couple books I'll share with y'all real quick. I try to study the language. I engulf myself in knowledge. So right here, you hear me saying a little bit of the words. No, I'm not the best. It's called Medu Necha. Uh, um, well, you can see this right here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the goddess, Raketi Yaman. Um, and shout out to the ancestor, Dr. Yosef Ben Yakinen, affectionately known as Dr. Ben. He transitioned. You see this black man of the Nile. So, this some of the stuff that I study, man, to get back in touch with my culture and my heritage. I also study West African culture. I need to get my Kiswahili up a little bit. I want to say Asante Sana to all the family out there. Especially shout out to the home goddess, man. Shout out to you, beloved, man. You show so much, love and support. Where you don't have to. And she's a strong queen, man. She out there, she putting the information out there unbiased. She don't give a fuck who like it or not. Excuse my language, but and she's a beautiful energy, man. She does it in a way you can feel the positive energy, even when she has to talk about negative subjects. And she's very defensive about her people. I don't even want to say, when I say defensive, she defends her people. It's not like where she feel like basically, like I said, she shows the energy of Set, you know what I'm saying? She's very protective of her people, and she's doing the good work out there, man. So salute to you, Queen. Again, salute to you, Reds. You know what I mean? Um, Hotep to the brother Frank. You know what I'm saying? Hotep to everybody out there, man. But you know, we got to get back into our culture, man. There's nothing wrong with having pride in your culture, man. That's all I'm doing. You see me with my hood shirt. It has the ancient Egyptian, you know, what we call ancient Kemetic, you know, the Eye of Heru and the Eye of Ra. You know what I mean? There's a story behind those symbols, man. And that's another thing. When you see me wear certain things, man, I don't wear it for nothing, man. See what I'm saying? This is my art right here. This is my art on my neck. Like I said, truth, just balance, reciprocity, you know, things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying? Um, you see the hat, man. You know where I'm from. You know what I mean? You might see me with a Baltimore Ravens hat or Orioles hat. You know, these are the things that I represent. These is not just clothing. This is letting you know. Like you see me when I was on my hometown. I had the you call him a pharaoh, we call him Nishu Biti. I had Nama on my shirt. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just wearing the ancient symbols, man. You might see me in some Akan symbols. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm just, you know, honoring my ancestors and my heritage and shit like that. And that's where I get the name Shu from. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more information, you know. It's a lot, you know what I'm saying, to fit in one video. But, you know, I just wanted to come at y'all real quick, you know, with this information. I also did a video a while ago on it, you know what I'm saying? But you know, that's where I get my name in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? Just studying my ancient history and ancestry. Also, I got a video coming soon, man. I did my DNA for Ancestry.com. That should be coming soon. It takes a few weeks to come back. So you know, we ain't playing no guessing game, man. We dealing with science, man. So we, you know, in a few, I'm gonna let you know exactly where I come from, who my heritage is, and I'm gonna share that with the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, that's what it's all about, baby. You know what I mean? We hood, but we good. That's why I always say that. You know, we trying to alchemize, you know, negative into a positive, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I put the name King on there. You know, King is not the proper term. I really want to say Nisubiti, which means ruler of Upper and Lower Kemet. But uh, I'm not going to use that because everybody wouldn't know what I'm talking about if I said Nisubiti Shu. You know what I'm saying? Or Sarah Shu, son of Ra. You know what I'm saying? These are just titles, you know. And when you say you're a king or a queen, you know, basically, you know, you embody those. You know, what's a king or a queen? What do they do? You know, they are protectors. They're providers of their kingdom or queendom, right? So that's, you know, this is what I embody. I'm a provider for my family. I'm a protector of my family. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you say king of the jungle, you know, you talking about a lion. You know, what does the male lion do? This is what, you know, attributes to the king. You understand what I'm saying? This is where I get that title. Um, Even though lions are not king of the jungles, they're the kings of the plains. You know what I'm saying? Because lions don't live in jungles. Tigers do. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to the Queen Sheree, man. I enjoyed your last video very much, even with the chickmunk voice and all that. You know what I mean? You put a little information out there, you know what I'm saying? We gotta do that more, you know what I'm saying? And that's the shit that I'm into, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you know, much love and respect for that, you know what I mean? Um, Keeping in my eye, you know what I'm saying? Keeping the balance. And that's what it's all about, man. Like I said, man, as always, man, it's your G King Shu. And now you know why, man. And if you fuck with this information, like I said, it ain't always all about trucking, man. We do it all over here, man. You know what I mean? I got another channel. If you check the link in the description, you know, I haven't been posting videos on that lately. I might put this one on the King Shu trucking channel and on my King Shu Nubian News channel. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Just go ahead and subscribe, man. You know what I mean? There's more to come, man. I appreciate all y'all support, man. Shout out to the notification gang. You know what I'm saying? Showing the love. Y'all, every time, you know, video come up, man, y'all show love ASAP. And I love y'all, man. You know what I mean? I fuck with y'all the long way, man. So that's what it is. And shout out to all the new subscribers who new to the channel, man. Go ahead and look at some of the old videos, man. Get caught up, man. It's been a long journey, man. So it's, you know, here you have it. You feel me? As always, man, it's the G King Shu, man. We hood, but we good. And like I said, you seen my books, man. Don't pick up a gun, pick up a book, man. It's better to wear a crown than to be a crook, man. It's the G King Shu. Be royal, all right? Hotel.